Hello, my name's Jade, and today we're going to be doing the Stranger Things book tag. I don't know if you've heard about Stranger Things. It's a TV show, it's on Netflix, the whole world has been raving about it. That one. I was going across the internet, you know, as you do, and I found the Stranger Things book tag, and I was like, oh my god, I have to do that. And so, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna link the original video down below. You should definitely check it out. It's super funny. Really liked it. Yes. Without further ado, let's get on with the questions. Epic intro. The opening sequence of Stranger Things really grabs your attention. Name a book that had your attention from the first page. This is something that I think is pretty hard to do. It's pretty rare that you'll find a book, at least for me, that I'll find myself in love with a book from the first page. You know, with fantasy worlds, you need a little while to figure out what's going on and what the world is. Same with Dystopian, you want to know what the heck is going on around here. Contemporary books, you know, you need to warm up to the characters and stuff first. John Green seems to be pretty good with this, both Paper Towns and The Fault in Our Stars. I pretty much loved from the first page. See, I don't know about you, but whenever I find myself like my attention grabbed by the first page, it's always when I least expect it. Like when I really want to read a book and I'm trying really hard to get into a book, it takes me ages to get into it, and then when like I don't even care, like I'll get into it like that. It's unfair. But for this one I'm going to go with the one that I read more recently and was more surprised by the fact that my attention was grabbed so quickly. That is The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer. My psychology teacher recommended this to us to help us understand the topics we were learning about at that time. I've done wider reading for other classes. Why don't I pick this up? I've heard good things about it in the past, got it, and I was like, well, I might as well start reading this now. For whatever reason, I wasn't expecting to like it. You know how when you have to do wider reading sometimes it's just kind of blah. I was expecting this to be like that. I don't know why. And then I kind of started reading it, like not even caring before I I'd gotten to the end, and I read like the first chapter and that was it. I was gone. I was done. Nathan does this really cool thing where like throughout the whole book he'll give you enough information that you're interested and you know enough to have a somewhat idea of what's going on, but he doesn't give you all of it, and so there's still like a mystery element to the writing and you're trying to figure out what's going on. Not too much, so you don't know everything and you're still trying to figure out what's going on, but enough that you don't just like completely lose interest and get bored and move on. It also opens up on like a really weird scene and you're trying to figure out like, why is this relevant? What is going on here? Jinns and Dragons. Name a book with a fantasy world that you would want to be a part of. To be honest, there aren't loads of fantasy worlds that I'd want to be a part of. Like I know you've got Harry Potter and there are some good ones, but this one is the one that I always come back to whenever someone asks me this question or I talk about this. This is always the one that I come back to. I want to be a warlock and I want to hang out with Magnus Bane and other peoples that I can't say because spoilers. Or, you know, I wouldn't even mind being a shadow hunter or a vampire. I don't want to be a werewolf or a fairy. No thank you. It doesn't sound like fun. This one, I love this world so much. It's so cool, dude. It's so cool. Of course, this is the Shadowhunters world. If you didn't know for whatever reason, why don't you know that? That's weird. I mean, not that I'm judging you, but I kind of am. Like, you should read the Mortal Instruments or the Infernal Devices. It's the same world. So, go read them. Read both. Read both. Squad goals. When Eleven met Mike, Dustin, and Lucas, it was a mostly perfect team. Name your favorite bookish group of friends. This one is also hard. There are so many fantastic like squads in books in YA. I mean, Squadry Pleasant is like an ensemble novel, and so it's like a group of friends and there's like a group of bad guys and there's just like so many squads, all of the squads, and the characters are hilarious. This is my final answer, but no one ever reads this or talks about it, so, and I really like it, so I wanted to mention it. We also have the Mortal Instruments and we have the Infernal Devices, Shadowhunters in general, especially the Mortal Instruments though. That squad I really like, but I don't want to use the same book twice. The Fifth Wave kind of has a squad as well that I also really like, but I know who I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Darkest Minds. I'm holding Neverfade because we meet more characters in Neverfade, and so the squad kind of expands, if you will. But the Darkest Minds or In the Afterlight will do. They're the same people, so it's all good. I love Chubbs, I love Ruby, I love Liam, I love Vita, I'm missing one, Nico. He's alright, he's okay, I guess. Zoo is okay. Jude is also great, but we don't talk about him anymore. ABCs and Christmas Lights. Joyce Myers goes mad with grief after her son goes missing. Name your favorite mentally unhinged character. My favorite mentally unhinged character. This is difficult. I mean, we have Triss and we have Katniss. They kind of similar circumstances, kind of PTSD type situations over the series, slowly lose it. I don't know if I like either of them that much though. Triss kind of frustrates, I mean she's okay, but she would frustrate me at times, and then I didn't like her as much in Allegiant. She was irritating. And then Katniss, you know what, actually while reading The Hunger Games I really liked Katniss. It's just Mockingjay. She did a couple of stupid things that annoyed me. She's not the nicest of people, really, is she? We have Juliet from Shatter Me, but I don't really like her either. She also frustrates the hell out of me, so, I guess the closest thing I'm gonna get is Finnick from The Hunger Games. He is mentally unhinged. I think we can safely assume that all the people that went through the Hunger Games are mentally unhinged. Peter! He's mentally unhinged, right? Right, I don't mean to sound so excited, but he is, right? Peter Malark from the Hunger Games. He is my favourite mentally unhinged character. Oh. The Upside Down. Name a book that was the opposite of what you expected it to be. Ooh, this is another difficult one. These questions are really interesting. Most of the books I go into knowing the synopsis, and most of the time they're pretty accurate and like they're pretty good at giving the feel of the book. I think this is the closest we're gonna get. When you hear the synopsis, it's a tricky one. It's about how does one say it without not spoiling people and getting an accurate description of what it is at the same time? It's difficult. Around the world, black handprints are appearing on doorways, scorched there by winged strangers who have crept through a slit in the sky. In a dark and dusty shop, a devil's supply of human teeth grows dangerously low, and in the tangled lanes of Prague, a young art student is about to be caught up in a brutal, otherworldly war. Wow, that sounds really cool. I don't know if it gives the right vibe. It's kind of got this really romantic, mysterious. The writing is beautiful. I don't think you can really go into this expecting what it's like. The beauty, it's one of those things you just gotta read it, and then you'll see what everyone's talking about. Mad Scientists. Dr. Brenner likes to get freaky with humanity. Name the freakiest dystopian government you can think of. We have a lot of dystopian governments. Probably because we have a lot of dystopian books. Nice one, Jade. However, a lot of the time, they kind of end up underwhelming me, if you will. Things like, Divergent. You build it up in your head that it's going to be this big, and then it's not, because it's not real world, but it kind of is. It's, government stuff, so it's not ever as interesting as like fantasy would be or anything like that. I mean, I think my answer for this one has to be The Hunger Games. That is, I feel like, the most sick and twisted. Like, things like Darkest Minds and Allegiant. What else is there? I haven't read that many dystopians. Oh, frustrating. I love dystopians. I need to read more. Well, those two, I can understand why they're doing what they're doing. And then Shatter Me is just kind of delusional. President Snow and the Capitol, The Hunger Games. Definitely the creepiest. I hate them the most, probably. And it's like, from the first page, it's not like we find out plot twist, the government is evil. It's like very clear that the government is evil from the first page. I feel like that one's done really well. And that's one of the ones that, like, I think about the most. Like, The Hunger Games is one of the books that I think about the most because the concept is cool. Not in the way it's like, yeah, children fighting to the death. More of the way, like, this might actually happen one day. Crap. A scary bookish creature that I don't want any book scary monster. No, stay away. Thank you. Oh, I have one. I have two. I don't want a vampire coming through my walls. No, not okay. I think if that were to happen, I would be a goner, man. No. Unless it's Edward Cullen. Even then, I don't like the Edward that much. I don't really like any of the vampires that much. Apart from Bella, question mark? But I mean, if we had to go with like an actual monster, I can't remember what it's called, but the thing in this, you know, the thingy thing. She gets trapped in the room. Beast thing. It keeps referring to it as a beast. I know it's a beast. What is it actually called though? Ritterak? Is that what it's called? That's the closest we're gonna get. That thing wasn't nice. Selena had a hard time with it. If Selena had I'm gonna die. I'm dead already. So, this one. Oh, another one though, honorable mention to Lord Loss. That creeper. This is by Darren Shan. He was my favorite growing up as a kid. Lord Loss is like this all-powerful demon, king of the demons. He's not nice, he's mean, and he's creepy as heck. Cliffhanger ending. Name a book that left you wanting more. I think I'm gonna go with Passenger for this one. Not in a bad way, not in like I hated how it ended. More of like I want to know what happens next. This is the first book in a duology, and like it sets up for the next book so well. We know exactly what's gonna happen. Well, obviously we don't know exactly what's gonna happen in the next book. That'd be silly. There'd be no point in me. But we know what's like. They've set off on this task, kind of, and it's like only the beginning, as the back says. And I really want to read the next one. I'm pumped, I'm excited. Next year, early next year, not that long away. Exciting. So, and it's Alexander Bracken, so you can't go wrong with Alexander Bracken. These questions are really cool. Like, all of them, I had to think about it. Like, none of them were super obvious or anything like that. Like, maybe the world one. I've answered that question before. But, like, I've now answered a lot of those questions, or, like, thought about those questions before. So I really like this tag. Stranger Things. If you haven't watched the show, go watch the show, man. It's the next big thing. My advice to you, if you haven't watched it and you've watched like the first couple and you don't like, I didn't like it at first. I didn't like the first 3 episodes, but then I feel like it was 4 that just and then like, especially as you get towards the end, they get really good. It's gonna be a second season. It's still new, there's time to get on the bandwagon. Go watch it. It's only 8 episodes, it's not that long. So, yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a super morning, afternoon, evening / night. My name's Jade. I hope I'll see you again next time. Goodbye! Squad goals. When 11 met Mike... Damn it, what's the rest of their names? The opening sequence... Okay, let's just this. The opening sequence of Stranger Things is amazing and really grabbed your attention. Name a book that grabbed your attention from the first page. I got this. Name your groupish